Dear friends, my name is Subodh Sawrav and I am going to teach you device driver and the operating system. So here are the following examples of the operating system. So dear friends, let me discuss what is the dear friends, 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 let me discuss what are the interfaces. Interfaces in case of USB or USB endpoints are bundled up into interfaces. USB interfaces handle only one type of USB logical connection, such as mouse, a keyboard, a audio stream, etc. etc. Some USB devices have multiple interfaces, such as a USB speaker that might consist of two interfaces, a USB keyboard for the buttons and a USB audio stream. Because a USB interface represents basic functionality, each USB driver controls an interface. So for the speaker example, Linux needs two different types of drivers for one hardware. USB interfaces may have alternate settings, which are different choices for parameters in the interfaces. The initial state of our interface is in the first setting numbered 0. Alternate settings can be used to control individual endpoints in different ways, such as to reserve different amounts of USB bandwidth for the device. Each device with an isochronous endpoints use alternating setting for the same interface. USB interfaces are described in the kernel with the struct USB interface structure. So now the topic is how to write a driver. Writing a driver is the correct way to start the device driver chapter. The approach to write a device driver is similar to the PCI drivers, which we saw in the previous session. The device registers its driver object with the USB subsystem and later uses vendor and device identifiers to tell it if its hardware has been installed. What devices does the driver support? The struct USB device ID structure provides a list of different types of USB devices that this driver supports. This list is used by the USB core to decide which driver to give a device to. By the hot plug script to decide which driver to automatically load when a specific device is plugged into the system. The struct USB device ID structure is defined with the following fields. UIN16 match flags determines which of the following fields in the structure the device should be matched against. This is a bit field defined by the different USB device ID match value specified in include Linux mod device table.h. This field is usually never set directly but is initialized by the USB device type macro described later. UIN60 LD vendor USB. The USB vendor ID for the device. This number is assigned by the USB forum to its numbers and cannot be made up by anyone else. ID product. The USB product ID for the device. All vendors that have a vendor ID assigned to them can manage their product IDs however they choose to. Then BCD device low and BCD device high. Define the low and high ends of the range for the vendor assigned product version number. The BCD device high value is inclusive. Its value is the number of the highest number devices. Both of these values are expressed in binary coded decimal form. These variables combined with the ID vendor and ID product are used to define a specific version of the device.